Okay, welcome back to D&D. So, last time you played, you managed to get to the actual bottom of the mountain, climbed up a bit, survived a mudslide, traversed a small trail, were ambushed by pirates, were able to engage the pirates and kill a few of them. Fiffle and Aurora got swept out to sea, so currently they are drowning in the ocean.
Oh, right. That happened.
Yeah,
Wait, I did? I'm drowning in the ocean?
yeah,
They're,
you're in the
I
ocean.
mean,
they're swimming.
you're in the ocean.
Again?
Yeah.
You're in the ocean. I wouldn't say you're drowning. You just like we
Yeah.
ended it with you hitting the ocean.
Yeah. So, that's where we are. We're at the top
Okay,
of the...
I see that they're here. Oh, I'm like at the beach. Who's this person in the water here?
That is a dead pirate. Otto tossed his body down for reasons
Oh,
that
here's
elude me.
Piffle. Here's Piffle over here
Yeah.
in the ocean. Okay, all right, I see.
All right. So, we will continue the fight.
Oh,
And-
that's right. We were like mid-combat.
Yes.
Aurora can morph into a dolphin and stay piffle. That would be amazing.
I can't do that.
Oh, I was gonna say that sounds really cool.
You can do anything. This is theater of the mind.
Well, she can if she has 8 hours.
Yeah, we need a long rest for.
All right.
Fit summon beast.
There it is. Come here.
Oh,
Dolphin.
yeah, I can do that. I can't summon a dolphin.
Okay, let me just... All right.
It's
So-
like, this isn't in the play.
It is Captain Clifford's turn, so she is going to go 5, 10, and she is going to make a whip attack at you, Otto. Does a 20 hit?
Which one is she?
Oh. No, I'm in shield at this point.
Okay. This is her right here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then she is going to go... So she moved 10, then 5, 10, 15, 20. And actually, as a bonus action, she is going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright.
What does dash is what? Double your run speed?
Yep.
Movement speed?
Double your movement, yep. Vern, you're up.
Okay, it's my turn. Can Piffles swim? Can you swim?
Did you say can piffle swim like he's an animal?
For
No, I
RP
can't-
reasons, I'm going with no, and I definitely don't have a swim speed.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at this.
I'm back to D4.
I can. If I summon a dolphin beast, can it bring Piffle back to the shore?
Yeah, he would have to grab onto it
Okay.
because it doesn't have hands, but he can attempt to
Well-
grip it.
Okay. I
You see,
think,
summon one with hands.
Oh God!
um, a sea creature with hands. I mean, is there one?
A merfolk, maybe?
The thingy
Sorry.
octopus. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, an octopus.
They don't
Piffle
have...
can just grab it himself with his hands.
Yeah. They have
Okay.
tentacles. I don't know if I want to see an octopus that had hands, but...
Well, no, not.
No.
I didn't mean hands
finger.
specifically, but
This is escalating very quickly.
No, but
okay. I like that idea, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
A little summon.
Then I am
Oh
going
my
to
god.
You have to clone Aurora.
And you're putting it, like, right here?
Yeah, just right next to him.
Okay.
Help him.
I wasn't expecting the pocket dolphin. I dig it.
Yeah,
It wasn't even my
I,
idea, but I do like that idea.
I,
So you can
I have
summon a
moments. Listen, guys, I have moments of greatness, just not very often.
Excuse me.
Okay.
where the
Oh, and
beast
it is
is?
concentration, so we're gonna slap a little concentration icon on here. All right. So Fiffle, you see a dolphin just materialize right next to you.
Piffle is somehow even more afraid.
Oh, I'm gonna yell at him that it's gonna help him to grab it.
Piffle is very afraid, but he's also flailing like a drowning person because he's drowning.
He'll grab anything.
And so he'll grab anything.
If it helps, it looks like Aurora. It's like shiny.
Dolphin
Okay.
Aurora.
Piffle senses
Huh?
that it has the aspect.
It doesn't look like a wolf, but it has like the same like colors.
Ah, okay.
He gets the Aurora vibe from the dolphin.
Yes.
A shiny
How big a gulp of that
Aurora.
mushroom wine did you take again?
Not enough.
He is the screaming halfling.
True.
All
And
right.
of course, Aurora is next to Fiffle as well.
Yes. Aurora will, I guess, swim back to the shore.
Okay.
So, it's hard to see these little squares.
I know.
Can you zoom in?
Yeah.
Yes, the more dynamic maps are... They're very nice, but they can be a little bit difficult to navigate around sometimes.
This map's pretty big. Yeah.
Yes. That's 20 feet. And can she start climbing up this little cliff?
But she has a climb speed, so yeah, she'll be able to climb it using her standard movement. So the actual cliff is 5 feet tall, and then it's another 25 feet to get to the top, like right here.
Almost 20, and she has 40 feet.
I hear you, bud, but I'm not going to be giving you any of this. It's heavily seasoned.
I guess she'll just go to like the 5 foot
Okay.
area there.
Alright. So that's Fern's turn, and Aurora.
Actually, she can dash, can't she, with her action? And
Yes.
get up there. I guess I will.
Why didn't know you're going with an animal?
I'll do that, and she'll go like. I don't really want to go there, but she'll go right there.
Okay.
Runs vertically up the slope to the guy.
That's probably good.
You have goofed.
Well, she is like a little xenomorph, so yeah, kinda. Alright. So we are at the veteran pirates. Alright, so they all have out their swords. So we're gonna start kind of the one here. So he is going to take out his long sword, and he's going to slash at auto. Does a 21 hit?
That's a good question. Hang on, I was getting my character sheet up. I don't think so, since I have a shield.
Okay.
Hang on, we're waiting. It's loading. He's
Oh,
waiting.
bub.
No.
Okay. And then they will attempt again with a short sword.
Looking at a 23.
Okay. Alright. Then the second one will attack at auto. And again with the short sword. They're getting close, but yeah. And then the last pirate who is surprised by Aurora charging up is going to stick at her. Does a 17 hit?
Hold on.
He's hold.
I didn't update her thing.
Okay.
I think it's still 17
Okay.
since we leveled up. I don't remember because I think armor class is 13 plus PB, which is 17 plus the +1 from her armor, so it's actually 18 now.
Ah, okay. So he goes to slash, and then the sword actually cuts and bounces off of the armor that she is wearing. So he's going to go at her again with the short sword. Missing.
And I'll sentinel this guy.
Okay.
Oh my god. Please, game. He's hold.
Wow, well, that's a good start. All right, for 18.
I'll do
Calculator.
and I'll do a divine smite, a level 1.
Okay.
That adds I've been up since 4:30, so bear with me. Three D.
Okay, 12. Wait, 3d8? You get to double that because it's a crit. Although, you're doing that.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll just.
Hold on one second.
You know what? I'll just do 2 D8s over here. You know what? I'll just add another D8. That's it.
Yep. Okay, for 14.
I thought it was just an extra D8. I'm slow today.
All right. Okay, so you have successfully struck a pirate, as is to be expected, and Graham, you are up.
All right.
Let's see. I should be still within casting range. Bonus action. Yeah. Bonus action, I'm going to swing with the spiritual weapon
Okay.
on. Is either of the two more injured next to it?
Yeah,
There's-
you've seen this guy get hit a couple.
All right. Then it will try to bonk him.
Which one?
Top left one, this one.
Ooh.
My goodness.
All right. Ignore that damage thingy. It's going to be 1d8 plus 4, I think.
Yep.
Force, but it'll be 2d8 because of the crit.
Actually, I don't believe it gets the advantage of critical hits.
Oh, I think you're right, actually. Okay, I'll take that too then. So 6 damage.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, what was the range on Toll the Dead? I think I was using Chill Touch because it has a longer range.
Yeah, you
Yes.
are 75 feet from them. 75 and 80.
I'm gonna Chill Touch those 2 pirates that are on that side of Otto.
Okay. Do they need to make a save?
2 ranged spell attacks.
All right.
So that'll be 1 and 2.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna go like. So you missed the guy closest to you, but you hit the guy who you already
Furthest,
bonked.
okay.
So for a total of 12. Not bad.
What the hell's Graham?
I'll take that. Let's see. Yep, that's 2d8 plus the crit. A little low, but I'll take 2 20s in a turn.
Heck yeah.
So that is okay. Blah blah blah.
And then auto.
They can't regain hit points.
All right.
I don't think that matters, but it's more plink damage.
Sure.
And it's like a 30-foot drop, right? Like I can't slide down the side.
It's not like a 90-degree angle, but it's not too far off.
Okay. I'm gonna chill.
Okay.
What's that touch? Yeah.
Then
If somebody goes in the drain, somebody's got to get him out.
Jackie, you are up.
Think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise.
Is Jackie just singing that while he's like preparing to beat these men to death?
Yeah, he's gonna get in some karate stances and
He's just doing some dancing his way over to the pirate, and the
he
pirate
goes over here to unarmed strike this dude right here.
All right. Okay, the first strike misses, but your second one does hit.
I'll bludgeon him.
I am bludgeoned.
He is bludgeoned.
Use my heat point to do a flurry.
Flurry of blows. All right. All right, the 13 misses. And the 15 unfortunately misses.
Oh wow. Well then, I will do nothing else. Here, buddy.
All right.
Oh, he wants to come see.
Then we're on to Fiffle. Fiffle, you're in the water. There is a dolphin Aurora next to you.
He gives all my food.
I grab desperately onto the dolphin.
Okay. To grab onto the dolphin, make an athletics check to kind of grip onto it.
Yeah,
Who buttered this dolphin?
Okay, coming right up. Athletics check.
Or that other dog barking outside. Or you using it itself in the phone.
All right, you were
Good job.
able. Yeah, the dolphin is friendly to you, so you're able to grab onto the dolphin. It is slick. It does not have a lot of places for you to hold it. So you are able to kind of grab onto the fin, which is really the only part of the dolphin that gives you any kind of purchase. But you are holding onto it. It is staying above the ocean waves, so you are no longer concerned at this time of sinking below and drowning.
Grab it by the blowhole. Good idea.
Yes. So that will be your action. Now you still have movement, but I'm going to go out on a limb and assume you're probably not going to want to move because the dolphin is currently not moving.
Biffle clings to the dolphin in terror.
Oh, and actually, it reminds me, the dolphin itself, when does it get to go?
Right after my turn.
Right after. Okay.
Son, stop.
I'll just call it that. And we'll just say 21. Oop, not that far. There we go. All right. Otto, you are up.
Did we ever hit the pirate captain?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
R-E-S-P-C-T. Why are you barking at me like that? I'm right here.
How far is this? 60? Alright.
All right. What are you doing? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm looking through my options real quick. Let's see. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. 60 feet. What's excellent?
Terrible ball.
What is that? Is it just like that? Can I see over this piano?
Is it a giant
No, you actually can't.
If I were to move here, could I see around the piano?
From there.
Or if I moved like here?
If you moved there,
that-
well, you'd
that-
be
that-
on the spiritual weapon.
It doesn't take up a square for that.
Oh, okay. Then yes, you would be able to see around it.
And then can I see Libby?
You would be able to see her, yes.
Alright, I'm over here.
Okay.
Hey, all
All right. Well, as you move over there, the pirate will get a attack of opportunity against you.
I know. I'm not worried about it. This
Alright.
guy's not gonna do anything to me. He's not gonna do anything to me.
Well, he hit you for 8.
Yeah, I'm in so much pain.
All right. Well, he doesn't get you with the short sword, but he was able to stick you for 8 with the that thing. So.
It's like that tickled. Anyway, I will channel divinity,
Okay.
Libby. So wisdom save.
All right. And which one is it?
That's the first one.
All right.
Is it
let's see.
abjure? Yeah, it's abjure.
Roger.
So if she fails, her movement speed is 0. It's just one of us hits her.
Okay. And what is the spell save?
Oh, what
It is
happened?
wisdom.
No, I mean, what does she have to beat?
I'm trying to get to it right now. Yeah.
Stop, dude. There's
I'm
nothing left.
All right. Well, she got a 19.
See mommy.
Yeah, she's gonna pass.
Okay.
No. No.
But it's
Don't
her
bully
speed
me.
is her speed is half. I think anyway, even if she passes, isn't it? On a
Yes, it
failed-
is. Yep.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So you moved. You did your action, and you still have your bonus action.
No, that's it.
Alright.
I'm good.
Alright.
Right. There.
The waves are going to come through, and they roll over, and they smash into Fiffle and into the dolphin. Fiffle, please give me a strength save to maintain your grip onto the dolphin.
Stupid water.
You are able to hold onto the dolphin as the water rolls over it. The dolphin itself, because it's a dolphin and it lives in the ocean, I am not going to have to. It's not going to make a save in this regard.
Dolphin gets the-
It's
Dolphin
grounded
can
into
swim?
Swimming.
Dolphin can swim?
Can swim.
Yeah,
This-
swim that.
Probably
It's the
doesn't
bear
surprise
board.
Fern. It might surprise Fiffle. Alright, on to Captain Clifford. 5, 10, 15. She is going to use her action to dash. 5, 10, 15. And she's going to use her bonus action to dash. 5 and 10, 15 as she leaves the map. And you see her turn a corner and you lose sight of her.
I missed. Was she like back here?
She was right there. So she has run off the battle map. All right, Fern, you're up.
Okay. I can shoot them from over here, but it's at disadvantage, right?
It is, yeah.
I guess I'll try that anyway.
Okay.
Let's see. Where is it?
All right. Yeah, the arrow, unfortunately, you let it loose, but a very strong gust of wind immediately carries it off into the ocean. It lands next to Fiffle.
Oh,
Grab it, Fiffle.
sorry.
But who are you shooting at?
That one.
Yeah. So your second shot, however, does actually manage to strike for 11 piercing damage. Okay.
Nice.
And Aurora's gonna maul this guy while she's here.
All right. That hits, and 11 slashing damage. Goodness. As she just tears into this pirate.
Right. And the dolphin is going to swim towards this shore over here.
Okay.
Get closer so I can see where it's just gonna get as close
Well, yeah, just
as it can.
right
I
there.
can't move it.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
it's like as close as it can, so people can get on the land.
Okay, Fiffle, you see this dolphin go ahead and beach itself?
like as close as it can, so it can get out of the water. This not the beach.
Well, as close as it can to get out of the water is to beach itself. So yeah, the dolphin. There's now this like aurora-colored dolphin flopping around on the beach,
Alright.
but you are also now on land.
Fickle stands up. I guess I'll. I don't know. I'll try and push it back into the water.
Okay, well you could do that on your turn. So we'll
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah. Right now you're just more pleased that you're actually back on land.
Be free, Fiffle.
Hooray!
Leave me.
I mean, really, yeah. The dolphin will be around for what, an hour,
An hour. Yeah.
and then
So
it
we're
just...
leaving you to asphyxiate on the beach. Actually, I guess it wouldn't. It's a mammal.
Hey, well, no, it's whales crush themselves under their own weight on the beach. All right. Did Fern or Aurora wish to do anything else?
That is all I can do, so I'm good.
All right. On to the pirates. All right. So the pirate that just got mauled by Aurora, he is gonna slash a ties at her, missing, and he's gonna go ahead. Actually, no, I forgot they can do that. And once again with the short sword. The brutal mauling he did really did not do him any favors. And he is... One second. He is not able to land a hit on Aurora as he is still in such tremendous amount of pain, and Aurora's kind of just dancing around like a dog does when they want to play. It's just that she has within her mouth a chunk of the pirate.
Just rope-a-doping him.
Alright, the two pirates who are next to Otto are, guess what? They're going to go attack Otto. So we're going to start with the one who is at the top, and he's going to make a long sword attack. And a short sword attack. You know, it's back to my normal rolling. Okay. And then the second pirate.
Look, you rolled good on the only thing that mattered on keeping the boss alive.
It's fair. And I rolled well. Unfortunately, yes, not even the 20 makes purchase, so that is the pirate's turn. Graham, you're up.
Okay, bonus action. I'm a bonk, the most heavily wounded of the two beside the spirit weapon.
Okay.
20 to hit.
It hits indeed.
That'll be 1d8 plus 4. 6.
6.
Force.
All right.
And then I'm gonna wait for the dolphin and ask if I can hitch a ride, and I'm going to chill touch again.
Okay.
Nearest one, furthest one, wherever you arest one.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you go to chill touch, it does not make purchase.
Okay. I'm getting wise. They're doing a little hot foot dance around these grasping skeletal hands.
They don't want the hands.
That's fair. Nobody wants the hands.
They're about to get these hands.
The hands just happen. Let's see. I'll move over closer to where I could intercept or be intercepted by the dolphin and not like land on rocks if I jump down.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
All right. Yeah, there. All right. Jackie, you're up.
Jackie's just going to continue throwing hands at this guy right here
All right.
until he's unconscious or dead.
Well, that does
I have a
hit.
game plan.
That second one does not. For 7 bludgeoning. Pretty
And
good.
I will again use a key point for a flurry of blows.
All right. That 21 hits. The 10 does not.
Okay.
So
I'll hit him with a couple uppercuts.
yeah. How do you want to do this?
I give him a couple body shots, and then I drop down and I give him a big uppercut in the balls.
Okay.
That's it.
He falls over, struck within his own body.
Jackie does a lot of hitting guys in the balls. Actually,
He has a move.
that's his move, I guess.
All right.
That's it. Yeah, and then I guess that's I don't have probably any movement left there because that's my use of my action. Right?
No, you have your movement.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna move over here. Actually, no, I won't do that yet. I can move there next turn.
Okay.
I'll stay right where I am. And end my turn.
Fiffle, you're up. There is a dolphin next to you.
Okay. Dolphin next to me, and okay. How far away am I from the action?
So you need to climb up from where you are. You would need to climb up about 10 feet to get up to the rocks here, and then you would need to climb an additional 25 feet. So a total of 35 feet. But because you don't have a climb speed, you're gonna have to, in essence, double that. So 70.
Maybe.
We'll first try to push the dolphin back into the water.
Give me an athletics check, please.
Use your strength.
The dolphin's a little slick and a lot heavier than you were expecting, and you kind of just push and slide up and over it. The
Is he
dolphin.
back in the ocean now?
No. Well, no. Fiffle is still able to maintain his balance. He's not in the ocean. The dolphin, however, just looks at Fiffle with its big dolphiny eyes.
Oh, save him.
The
In
full
another life,
person.
I would have liked to watch you poop.
And the dolphin whispers, "You killed me, Fiffle."
Probably.
Hunted for a murder he did not commit.
All right. But, yeah, Fiffle, did you wish to do anything else?
I will start to move away.
Okay.
Dolphin. Towards where I have to climb up. I'll go that far.
All right.
Hold on. Where am I?
So it'll take you like 20 feet of movement to get up to like here.
Oh,
Baba.
that's me.
Oh, Georgie's right there. Oh.
Where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm here. Oh, right. This whole business. Oh yeah, we never like got.
What's she doing, Fiffle?
So it's mostly the bad guys on the other side here still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Piffle feels this is not a good place for him to be. I seem to be between a rock and a hard place in a pretty literal way. Well, I guess I'll start trying to climb up.
Okay.
However far I can.
Okay. So it's going to take 20 feet to move to like right here. Or really anywhere on this cliff. Is it's 10 feet high, but you are in essence doubling your movement penalty because of the fact that you have no climbing speed. All right. So you still have 5 feet of movement left, as well as your bonus action.
5 feet of movement left. But also a bonus action. I'll bonus action hide.
Okay. There's really nothing to hide behind right here.
Piffle presses himself against the cliff.
Okay.
Become
Just
one.
have to
with-
blend in with the surroundings.
Of the rocks.
All right. Well, with that, then we will go to Otto.
I'll attack this guy.
Okay.
Somewhere. Someday.
That hits for 10 slashing. Okay. That also hits for another 10 slashing. Otto, how would you like to do this?
I'm gonna just cut his arm right off.
All right. You take his arm off just
No,
above.
no, that's just where I hit him. It's naturally just flies right off.
Yeah.
I didn't grab him and do it like I'm freaking, trying to cut meat or something.
Okay.
And can we move him so I can move out of the virtual weapons?
Yeah.
And I'll
He,
move right
he
there.
falls to the ground, dead from shock.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell this pirate I hope he's ready to die for his cowardly captain running away.
All right.
He's not gonna ever see any money.
On to the waves. So, the waves roll up over there, and they strike into Fiffle and the dolphin. Fiffle, give me a strength save to avoid getting swept into the ocean.
Piffle's really struggling with the ocean here.
The ocean's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Guys, we should make like floaty devices that we just put on when we're anywhere we're near the water, and we just float around.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, Fiffle, give me one more strength save.
Uh-huh. I said.
Okay, Fiffle, you tumble back into the ocean.
Huh.
And the dolphin.
Can the dolphin move with the water?
Yeah, the dolphin is not fighting the water. The dolphin gets shoved out, like, around here.
Where? Bring that again?
Right here.
Oh, I see it. Okay, just literally the dolphin. There's a giant red circle.
For what purpose?
Oh, and also, Fiffle, you're going to take 5 bludgeoning damage as you've fallen onto rocks. And then into the water.
Ian's NPC should just be the freaking nature, because that's when he manages to damage.
Nature has been the most successful adversary thus far.
Well, that's true for real life for many things. All right,
Shackle these Shackletons.
Bird, you're up.
Okay, let's see. For Aurora, could she back up and then charge this last pirate?
Yes, she would be able to do that.
Okay, she's gonna do that.
Okay.
Let's see. Here's the charge. And then she's going to maul it.
Okay, that hits for 7 slashing, and I believe she does something else too. With the charge.
You must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Yep, and they take an extra
So,
D6.
1d6.
Yep. So let's do
Oh,
8.
well, okay.
Okay, and I will do their strength save. What's the DC? Is 11. Okay. Yep, and the guy is knocked prone.
Knock prone takes an
Nice.
extra 3. Oh, another d6 of damage.
Let's see here. Okay, go ahead, roll that damage. For wow, good 6.
Okay.
Yeah, Aurora just like tackles this pirate who is not having a great time.
Good.
All right. What would Fern like to do?
Fern, well, let me see what can I do. If I try to shoot him, it'll be like,
It would be at disadvantage no matter what.
yeah. I was like, that'd be okay. I'll just do it. I'll just do it anyway.
Okay. Yeah, D&D 5e does not have double disadvantage, which is
Okay.
both good and
I
bad.
was All right, let's shoot him 2 times.
The 20 hits. For 11 piercing. Good. Alright.
Okay, that's it for Fern. So the dolphin. The dolphin will swim over to Piffle again, right here.
Okay. And what would the dolphin like to do?
Hey, Victus.
I don't know what can it do. Can it like try to push him towards the shore a little bit?
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, give me a D20 roll. I would say this is athletics to push Fiffle. Just give me the D20 and whatever the plus is for it. Okay, you know what? The dolphin is able to successfully push Fiffle back onto shore.
Yay!
It's the dolphin mini
job,
from Final
dolphin.
Fantasy VII.
Yay!
So,
Dolphin is the best part of this.
Yay!
Official team member. If the sea buddy got sunk, the next one is the sea dolphin.
We need
The
a name for
dolphin
the
of the
dolphin.
sea.
But like, you just conjured this dolphin. It's gonna disappear after like a certain amount of time, isn't it?
An
Don't
hour.
get too attached to the dolphin, guys.
But I mean, I have summon beast, so I guess like, I'm summoning it back if I use it again.
I'm making him my kid's
Let's do that.
godfather.
We'll have to come up with a name for the dolphin.
You could
No.
Dolph.
golf.
Dolph
Oh.
on the ground.
All right, you know what? Fern, Dolphin is MVP. Get an inspiration. Matt,
Yeah,
that's a good name. Get an inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Dolph is a fantastic name.
All right. Did Fern, Aurora, or Beast of the Sea wish to do anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Pirate. He's gonna use half his movement to stand up. He's gonna turn towards Aurora because she just mauled him. And he's gonna stab at her. He's gonna hit her for 19 for 4 slashing.
Jesus. Oh.
No, he hit with a 19 for only 4. Yeah. Misses with the other one, and then tries to shank her with a short sword, missing as well.
Okay, she's pretty good for her.
Graham, you're up.
All right. While I'm still on this side, oh yeah, it's 120 feet. I'm good. I'm gonna try to hit him first. Bonus action, move and attack with the spirit weapon on him. Oh, I don't even need to move it.
Yep.
Just gonna keep waving my spirit like this. Once again, just for the attack roll, 14, so that'll miss.
Yeah, unfortunate.
And then I am going to make a chill touch.
All right. That
25
does
to
hit.
hit for
Holy
15
moly.
necrotic.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. And having seen Fiffle's trials and turbulations below, Graham's gonna wait a little bit longer before trying to make the crossing himself. Maybe get one of the ropes out and ready.
All right.
Pass Toyn.
Jackie, you're up.
Jackie is going to approach the last remaining pirate over here on this shore
Okay.
and attempt.
So you'd be stepping off the cliff at that, but you could stand right there.
Okay. I don't want to step off the cliff. Yeah, I'll step right here. And I will then just start throwing some boxing punches at his kisser.
All right. These 23 hits.
Yep.
For 6. Okay.
And we'll do it again. We'll do another flurry of blows here.
Sure. 20 hits, 27 hits. 9 and 5. Okay. He's looking very rough.
Good.
Did
I will
Jackie...
then pause the turn.
All right, Fiffle, you're up. A dolphin has just pushed you back onto land.
I hate the ocean. Piffle tries to drag himself up the cliff once again.
Okay.
This is just Pipple's game today.
I mean, you don't need to do athletics. You can just climb. It's just using half your... it would be 20 feet to climb up to 10 to get to the top from where you are.
Okay. So that I could do that then.
Okay. So I would say you probably end up, like, right here. So you have another 5 feet of movement, as well as your bonus action.
Excuse me for a moment. I'm going to grab myself a piece of carrot cake.
Okay.
Gluten-free, of course.
Can I shoot at anyone from where I am?
Yes, you can.
Shooting to the cliff.
Now, you... From where you are, you'd be shooting at disadvantage, because the winds are still very strong.
Hmm. All right. What's this guy?
That's Jackie.
That's Mike's character, Jackie.
Oh. How about this? I can't really...
That is a pirate. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Piffle tries to shoot an arrow at that guy.
Okay. Unfortunately, the arrow was going towards the pirate, but as the wind picks up, it kind of like pushes it to the side and it passes through the spiritual weapon.
Push ahead.
Don't cross the streams.
It's full.
still have your bonus action.
Piffle. Bonus action dodges. Can I do that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can do that.
Otto, you're up.
I'll swing twice at his pirate.
Okay. That hits. Go ahead, roll damage. All right. Otto, how would you like to do this?
I'll chop his arm off. The other arm.
All right.
There's a pair of arms.
Leave a pair of arms together from two different pirates.
Yeah. One has like a lot of arm hair and the other one doesn't.
We're fine.
All right. Did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
So it's been 2 turns since Libby ran off, so there's still 48 seconds at half speed. Mathematically, can I actually make it is my question. But honestly, I don't care.
Possibly.
Honestly, I don't care.
All right. Then
And I think that's combat, right? Or...
onto the waves. All right, Fiffle, you are dodging, so you get to make strength save at advantage, as you are attempting to kind of move out of the way from where the waves are really going to crash. So yes, just give me a strength save at advantage.
Yay.
Okay, give me one more strength save, please. Not at advantage, just regular. Okay, so Fiffle, you get tossed back into the ocean,
Okay.
and you take another 2
Please.
bludgeoning damage.
How many? 2.
2 bludgeoning, yep. However, we are
Piffle is gonna stay in the ocean. No, he lives in the ocean.
out of combat. All right.
Maybe the dolphin and Aurora can help us get across.
Yeah.
How beat up are people looking?
Little.
Okay.
So Graham will cross with the assistance of the dolphin and then climb up the other side.
All right.
I'm pretty fine. Oh,
So odds are good she's walking us into another ambush.
Fern can climb. Can I just like get across there pretty easily, or?
Yeah, you would have enough movement to get across and climb up to the other side before the waves come in. The only one who would have a lot of trouble would be Fiffle.
Well, you guys
Alright,
while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna play the piano.
Okay. Aurora will go and help him climb up because she has climbing speed. The dolphin will help him out of the water, and Aurora.
All right.
Just the most waterlogged Disney princess bit.
Well, Aurora's a medium and Fiffle's small, so he'd be able to ride her, and she would thus be able to bring him up to the top of the cliff without too much trouble.
Hooray!
Hooray.
Hey, buddy.
Is it better? Oh wait, there's pirates here. It's less wet though.
Shall we find some place off the trail to take a short rest?
Probably.
Whatever you want.
We're good.
Maybe is anybody beat up pretty badly?
Not really.
How are you doing on key points, Mike? Oh, you're not there and or muted?
I believe he's getting carrot cake.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Oh, that reminds me, I have cake. I should eat cake.
You should eat cake. And Otto, give me a performance roll for playing the piano.
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh yeah, loot them bodies, I guess, especially the wizard.
Actually, not bad. The piano's out of tune and warped by the rain and water, but as far as playing a kind of waterlogged piano goes, it's actually a really good tune.
I play you a riveting rescue mission piece,
Something river dance.
screaming the waterlogged halfling.
All right. If we're not going to rest, which might be contingent on key points.
Yeah, Meg needs key points, and it's a short rest, so we can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to get in the way of carrot cake.
Is there
Set up like a
anything,
little fortified spot in case they send people out to harass us.
is there anything interesting in these little like carts or whatever?
Make an investigation roll.
I'll help her.
Also,
All right. Well, you find bags of sand that they have like stuffed into these carts to give them a little weight and make them more resilient to being shot at.
how about the bodies themselves?
Along the bodies, you find on the pirates, each of them has a short sword, each of them has a long sword. They also, for that 24, you find among the bodies 14 gold pieces.
Nice.
And on the wizard, you find a spell book that's kind of in this vellum. It is treated with the magic ink that does not allow it to run when it's wet. It is in a language you don't understand, however.
Okay.
What race was the wizard?
Human.
Okay.
I will put these on the inventory sheet. One sec.
Good.
Spellbook's not in Elvish, Gnomish, or Undercommon, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Gotta edit it for my other account.
I think you still got inspiration, by the way, Graham, from when we said praise.
Oh yeah.
Praise the Potter's Field.
Inspiration resets at the end of each session, so you don't get to. You don't get to book
stacking.
Edit this. I have editing rights, so why isn't it letting me?
What are you trying to do?
Trying to update the Google Doc with our inventory.
Okay.
Oh, that's annoying. Huh. All right, I can't fill that in. No. Make a note to come back to it later or some shit.
Okay.
Mike, do you need a short rest?
I mean, I actually haven't taken any damage throughout this fight, and I've
Nice.
only used 3 key points, so I could do it. I could definitely use a short rest for my key points, but that's not necessary unless you need one. Otherwise, I'm fine to take one if anybody needs it. Absolutely.
Okay. If everybody feels good, we should probably keep on then, just expecting an ambush, another ambush.
Okay.
I'm ready for another fight before a short rest. First.
So let's try to run her down while she's jumping away after Otto did the thing.
Right, so we would have 48 seconds, I guess. Depends how long.
Well, you spent a couple minutes searching for the bodies in the carts.
And we did have to get everybody over the cliff. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you've spent like 15 minutes doing all this, and another couple playing the piano.
All right.
The piano is worth it alone.
Fern waves goodbye to the dolphin
It
for now.
We'll see you again soon.
it
Sweet
waves
doll.
its tail at you, and then it disappears under the ocean, under the water.
Oh.
And
I was
it
waiting
swims
for you to
around
be like, as it's disappearing. Every time I vanish, I die.
It swims around for for the rest of the hour in the ocean.
For 42 minutes it has left of its existence. I mean, it just goes back into the Fey realm when it's, not here, so
Yeah.
it's not like it's
Yeah,
dead.
it'll just come back the next time I summon it. It's fine.
All right. Well, this is going on. What are you all doing from here?
Uh, Group up and keep moving after the captain, I guess.
Okay.
Just try to be as wary for ambush as possible because they're definitely gonna.
I just work here.
All right.
Does the captain have more crew that we know of?
No, those are the elite guards that she had when we
Right.
counted her.
The
So
armed and armored ones from the.
yeah, she should not. That doesn't. That's not to say that there might be more pirates waiting for her up there or whatever. You know.
Yeah, it's not like we took a head count. All right.
Oh, and actually, I would say with that 24, you also find that there are a number of cannonballs, including special marked cannonballs by this cannon.
Make a note to collect those if we still have a ship at the end of this. Actually serious about getting help with the reminder of all the loot because I can't edit the doc right now.
Let me see. Let me see if I can edit it. Okay, I can edit it. What was it? How much code?
Hang on. There you go.
Cannonballs.
And the cannonballs.
Yep. So there are a dozen regular remaining cannonballs, and there are 3 cannonballs that are marked with these kind of like blue strips, and there are 3 cannonballs marked with red strips.
You know, it's really nice to have a laptop that has a working spacebar.
Mm-hmm. Generally useful.
Tends to.
4 long swords, 4 short swords, 14 gold. All right. It is just labeled pirate fight.
You're so precious, Jordan.
So I got 12 cannonballs, 3 cannonballs with blue strips, 3 with red strips, 4 long swords, 4 short swords, 14 gold. And I just got.
And the pirate spellbook.
And good call. There you go.
We give it to Hank. He becomes a PC.
I'm sure somebody's made a mimic race you can play as a player. All right. Well, while you're collecting all of this, you can feel the air grow much hotter.
Let's start moving.
And you can
That's probably not good.
Smell this like odd, very like strong sulfur scent.
Oh, good.
Oh, like there's some sort of saltpeter explosion, perhaps.
Precisely.
Let's move.
And as you're moving away, you can see this like red disc kind of like cut into existence, and this strange armored figure on this riding a horse that is breathing fire from its mouth steps out from this portal, and it looks over all of you, and it says in this kind of deep voice, "Is there an auto among you?"
I point to Kaido.
Kaido is not with you.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm Otto.
Tough man to find. I've searched all over Viderheim for you, all over Vaxfall. So, this message isn't late. You simply moved from where we were expecting to deliver it. I come from a message from my master Tavrun. You had a deal with him to get information concerning a specific fiendish Let's see here. He pulls out the message. Murder of your wife, I suppose. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Very good. The fiend in question, in charge of the attack upon your village, goes by the name of Jolgazun. The henchman that you struck is a Cambion, goes by the name Selzrin. Anyway, I believe that does cover what you were promised.
Any chance of a location or in the house?
I don't believe we discussed having that information provided to you.
Can I insight that? It might also be on the log now that I say it.
Yep, go ahead.
Nope.
Hang on,
Seems like he's telling the truth.
no location is it? What the? Oh, that was weird. That showed up late.
Oh wait, hang on. I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay.
Much better.
He is telling the truth, but you get the idea that maybe with a little prodding, he might give you a bit more information.
Does he look like he doesn't like these fiends who he mentioned? The Cambion and the fiend.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
You get the idea that as he said the name, he had a bit of kind of disgust behind it.
I guess I'll say I guess with the Venom that you mentioned, those two names, you're not a fan of theirs.
They are, in fact, adversaries for my master. I have been engaged in combat against them, or at least their forces, many times. I must say I found it rather amusing how a simple bar man such as yourself was able to strike down Selzrin. So we all got a good laugh about that one.
I'm glad to provide entertainment.
No. If you
Not
want
that
more
he's
entertainment.
particularly
Yeah.
happy about it, of course.
Yeah, if you ever want more entertainment and you feel charitable to give a location, I might be able to provide some for you when we cross paths with them.
Might make your boss happy to be proactive and give us a little bit more to go off of and take care of one of his problems for him.
Of course.
You are buddies.
Actually, make a persuasion check.
Time
Me or-
to.
Which one of us?
Otto, who
Cool.
is the one who started it.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I have a +1.
I have a +9.
You can find Joel Gazun in his infernal palace in the Hells. He doesn't leave. As for Selzrin, he is making certain actions within Viderheim, is my understanding, although he quickly travels from Viderheim back to the Hells. But if you find somebody with infernal information, perhaps they could give you some idea. However, I perhaps have said too much already.
The information is appreciated.
Kind of gesture at the brimstone. Safe travels.
Very well then, I have completed my mission. Your deal with my master is complete. If you wish to make any further deals, then simply summon, but be prepared to offer something important to yourself. Very good. He kind of like stabs his spurs into the side of this nightmare he's riding, and the portal reopens, and he rides back into it, and then it just shuts close, and just like a big woof and smell of sulfur just fills the air.
Good talk.
I'm gonna just look at Grant like, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of cool.
A little bit, yeah.
Can you write those names down so I can copy pasta?
Yes. So that was the master, and that was the guy who Otto had hit with the sword. The one who actually killed the wife.
Wife
Which one
killer
was that?
stay.
Someone just came in. So the bottom one, right?
Yep, Selzrin.
He's the wife killer. Okay, and then that's his master.
Yep.
Oh my god. Stuff. Auto.
I will be right back while we figure out how we're gonna move inland.
Formatting.
upland?
Children. Killed wife. He's the minion.
Yep.
Minion.
Selzrin's the minion. And Jolgazun is the master.
And hiding in his palace. In in Viderheim, right?
Yeah, he told you that he was going
Simple.
into Viderheim, but doing it quickly and then returning back to the Hells. Which is why Graham, when he was asking about any infernal activity within Viderheim, was told very limited. There was limited activity.
That was it. Okay. All right. I shall. I think that's it. So I got he killed the wife. He's the master. Limited activity. We got the location. He's in the palace. I think that's everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If we're not doing a short rest, I guess we can move forward.
Okay. And this whole interaction took 5 minutes, so.
No, yeah, I figured.
All right. So what are you doing?
We're gonna move forward. It's raining, right?
Yep, it is never stopped.
Okay, so I guess we can identify Libby's tracks based off of how fast she moved for like a minute after she got the movement speed debuff
Yep.
and how fresh they were.
Otto, if you wish to do that, give me a survival roll.
I can do it or I can help.
Can she do it? Or should I do it?
I would say Fern can assist you with that.
Okay. All right, there you go.
All right. Otto, you're able to find Libby's tracks pretty easily. However, just after she kind of turned the corner, you lost sight of her, you do see that there is some fresh blood sprayed onto a rock. And from what you can gather, it looks like she probably cut herself in order to break the effect you had upon her that slowed her movement.
Okay.
But you are able to see her tracks. They're very easy to actually locate within the mud, as the ground is very soft, and just walking along here, your feet will sink into it. So you can see her boot prints very, very easily.
Okay. Let's follow these. She's headed where we're headed. And I will be right back. I gotta give my dad insulin.
Okay. All right. As you're following these tracks, you find a cliff face that goes up about 80 feet. And you can see in a pile right at the bottom is a rope ladder with the ends of it that have been freshly cut. What would you like to do?
Fern can ride Aurora up with the rope ladder and attach it at the top.
Okay. So you grab onto the rope ladder and you just kind of ride to the top. And you can see going up the 80 feet that there is a kind of large boulder where the rope had been tied to, and you can see that there's the ends of the rope, and they have been they've been freshly sliced off.
I don't see Libby around, right? Can I look around?
Make a perception check. You do see some tracks and a few drops of blood, but you do not see Libby herself.
Okay, I'll go ahead and retie the rope ladder so everybody can get up the cliff.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand just to see how well you tie the knots. If you take extra time, you can just do it. Oh, nope. Very quickly, you're able to reattach the rope, make a nice sailor's knot, surprisingly, or unsurprisingly. And while the ladder is now about 6 inches shorter, it does still go down far enough that people are able to grab on and are able to climb up without too much trouble. So, what does everybody do now? Do you climb the rope ladder?
I guess.
Okay. Does Jackie climb the ladder? Oh, Mike, I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Check,
Yep,
check.
I can hear you now.
I said climb the rope ladder.
All right.
Yes, Jackie climbs the rope ladder.
Okay. And I'm going to assume Graham and Otto do as well. Climbing the ladder takes a couple minutes. It's 80 feet up, and this ladder is, not in the great shape, but you are all able to get to the very top, and you are very close to where you can see this lightning striking constantly.
Oh, we're about to make it finally.
The smell of ozone is in the air, and the very loud thunder you were hearing just kind of peeling through. What would you like to do now?
We didn't come this far to turn back now.
Yeah, I guess that's where we gotta go.
Continue forward towards this lightning.
All right. As you follow the trail, and you follow the Libby's tracks, you do eventually arrive at this area where a chunk of stone juts out from the mountain over this vast fall. And from here, you can see that there is a kind of altar that has been built into this kind of section of stone that's sticking out. And there is a kind of large hammer that's resting on top of this altar. And you can see that the lightning begins to strike this hammer every few seconds. Sitting next to this altar, kind of in front of it, is a very large man with his blue skin. And when I say large, I mean he is taller than a house. He is very, very wide. He is dressed in this very thick plate armor. And he is just sitting cross-legged, appears to be asleep. And then next to the altar, you can see Libby Clifford. And she has in her hands this scroll that is kind of evaporated. And as she looks to you, she starts to run towards the edge of the cliff.
She's escaping.
Yep,
She about to jump off the edge?
I think so.
Okay, there's this scary guy. She didn't try to take the hammer though. She's just like running away.
Oh, this hammer is not like a normal sized hammer you can pick up. This hammer is probably the size of like, how would I even describe it? It would go up about 10 feet. And the
So
actual.
long story short, she can't take the hammer with her. She's just trying to escape now.
Yeah. So she kind of runs around the altar, and you can see her perched at the edge of the cliff.
Okay.
And then she kind of takes a deep breath and steps off.
Okay. I see.
So,
Just jump off the ledge.
yeah, you just watched Libby
She
Clifford
jumped off
step
the ledge,
off
yes.
the edge and leap to her death.
Oh, cool.
That-
How,
Yep.
how far-
After
how
using
far-
a spell scroll, so it's probably like feather fallers or something.
And she did
I'm assuming.
something.
Was
So,
the scroll
yeah.
for summoning that thing?
Nope, that's just a
Um,
giant you're seeing there. You do see that the scraps of the scroll that are like still on the ground.
They don't normally do that, do they? Oh well. Does this giant look like it's squaring up?
He's just sitting there.
Does it look friendly?
If you would like to, you can make an insight check, Jackie, to determine his demeanor.
I'm not very insightful, so probably not going to happen.
Oh, can I also make an insight on him?
Yes, you can. Yep.
Oh,
Please
inside.
do.
I will try.
That's
Everybody,
not a great
please,
insight.
somebody, please be insightful. There you go.
Okay. Graham and Otto are able to determine that the giant here, who is just like sitting on the ground, is not aggressive.
Okay.
From your point of view, all you can see is that he's sitting cross-legged. He looks to be meditating, is really the idea you get from this.
I'm
Is he
gonna cast.
aware of us, or is he a monk of some kind?
He does appear to... He's not asleep. He does appear to be cognizant of you being around him, but he doesn't seem interested in
He
interacting with
does
you.
appear to be cognizant.
Yes. He's aware that you're here. He just isn't interested in speaking to you at this moment.
I am waiting for a page to load.
So fill me in here. So Libby jumped to her death from behind him.
So she had been right here, and you saw her use a spell
Right.
scroll, and then you saw it disintegrate with few scraps here or there, kind of like just fluttering to the ground.
Where was she?
She was right here.
Okay.
Graham is going to cast tongues on himself, and then that will allow the giant to understand him and him to understand the giant.
Okay.
And we'll say, howdy.
Giant has this kind of booming voice. Greetings! I do speak common, but I appreciate the effort you've put in to speak within my own language.
Ugh. My name's Graham. Nice to meet you, Mr.
Let's see here. Yes, it's good to make your acquaintance. I'm Asdun.
Asdern. Oh,
Asdern.
Asdern. Tips his hat.
I fear I have no hat to tip to you, sir.
That's no problem at all. Oh, we were after that pirate lady that what just jumped.
I believe she was reading some inscription that the dwarven man some years ago etched onto the altar here.
You happen to catch what kind of scroll that was?
I believe she used the sending scroll to send a message.
So she definitely jumped to her death.
A fanatical woman. Her master must be someone of great importance to her.
Strange that there's usually not a lot of honor among thieves.
It's true.
No offense.
I am no thief.
No, looking at Fiffle.
Slightly offended.
Um, well, I'm glad we're not going to have to come to hostilities. I thought for a moment you'd be with her.
I have no desire to operate within pirates. I've come to this mountaintop to examine omens, divine the future. I'll admit I don't get many guests here.
Yeah, we ran into some sort of sea monster and got thrown off our ship, and we don't know if it's even around anymore.
Ah, yes. Zigzagoon.
Zigzagoon.
Yes.
The Leviathan. What's
A
up, Leviathan?
not a pet of mine. Attracted to this storm I've created.
Ah, uh, good
So why
work.
did
Just
It-
kind of
it-
like
It's quite
drenched
an
in
impressive
rain.
storm.
Well, I'm a storm giant. I both can create the weather and I appreciate the stormy weather, as well as the fact that this storm does keep people away from me. I find myself more of a introverted fellow. It helps to be alone to listen to the omens that come my way.
Mm. Would it be try and ask what kind of omens come your way?
I listen to the wind, I listen to the water, I feel the vibrations, I examine the lightning that strikes, and it tells me of the rise and falls of empires and kingdoms. I was here when the Arwellan Empire fell.
How are things looking for Vaxfall these days?
Poor.
Hmm. That sounds about right.
They must contend with a rising empire, Zadora.
Hmm.
And of course, something new upon the horizon I have sensed. Empire rising rapidly should come to its zenith within the next few decades. The Velierics.
Hmm.
What's
The empire, the name that brought to me is the Velierics.
oh, they sound frightening.
Bad about.
I do not have the specifics, broad details only.
Hmm. Well, one more to add to the list, I guess. You happen to see our ship anywhere?
Don't believe I've seen it, although this storm has generally blocked view of anything. Do you need me to remove it for the time?
If you'd be so kind, it would be a mighty help to us.
Very well. He kind of like stands up, and as he stands, you see he rises up about 20 to 30 feet. And he just goes over to the hammer that's on the altar and he just lifts it up and he rises it to the sky. And you can see lightning, just numerous bolts strike the hammer. And the clouds begin to part and the rain begins to stop. And you can feel sunlight on yourself for the first time in several hours.
Cool.
wow?
Yay.
Thank you. Is there anything we can do for you in return?
Well, I do trade in prophecy. Do you have any information concerning divination, perhaps?
The only thing I can think of out of character was the divining I tried when we were running into the fiend issue.
Can we use the was it the Halloween special where we saw where what's his face?
Oh, the apocalyptic future. That's right.
Yep.
Ah,
Yeah, if that's canon.
interesting. I think this may have just been an illusion by an acolyte of Culti. But it's good to keep in mind. It's very possible that something of this nature could come into effect. I must admit it's rather strange what you described to me. Do you have some analysis of it?
Hmm. Seems like the idea was he got what he wanted and it doomed everything, whatever it was. You were there for the crossed blades, right?
They were around. Yes, I've been here many centuries. But you describe a man known as Sharp?
Yeah, as the son bitch.
Ah, but you see, the gentleman you describe in question is a human. He would not survive the many centuries into the future there. Was it his face you saw,
I think
or
he
did
was
he
a
wear a
lich.
helmet?
I think he was a lich. I don't really remember this. I got a character.
Out of character, he was wearing a helmet, and you actually did not see his face.
Okay.
Fair play.
This may be a future come to pass. If this is the case, you should give thanks to Culty for providing you a dire warning. But this does lead to an interesting question. If this Sharp would have perished by such a time, then someone else would be wearing this armor. Someone else would be riding atop this dragon you've seen. Is the Sharp you question an ally of anyone who could have such control over a beast of this nature?
I have a feeling yes.
Then I
We've
see.
run afoul of a what was he? An ancient elven wizard?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What was that guy? The from the Hive Mind arc, the antagonist?
Oh, yeah. Craxon.
Craxon. Ran
Interesting.
across Craxon and an Elder Brain once, and damn, we get around, don't we?
Yeah. Yes, we do.
My understanding, though, is the wizard Craxon was near the fall of the Arwellan Empire. I was led to believe that the man was dead.
I think he is and he isn't, if you follow. He got into some stuff with a an old deity.
Fascinating. Well, this is a very dire prophecy, but I'm glad you've brought this to me. As thanks, I will keep the storm at bay for the next day. It should give you plenty of time to get down from the mountaintop here and to return to your ship.
Thank you mighty kindly.
Uh, do you mind if we take a look at the transcription that that pirate was looking at too?
Please go ahead. I actually don't care much. Well, I wasn't particularly pleased with the desecration of the altar.
I
It's
just don't want to
something
be
I don't particularly mind that
I just
much.
want to be disrespectful to you.
Well,
But yes, many decades ago, well, actually, I can't really say for sure. It's sometimes a bit difficult to say when exactly the days pass here, but at least several years ago, a pirate dwarf had arrived at my island, one of the few to brave it, and had proceeded to carve some sort of message into the side. I personally didn't care, so I didn't read it.
I respect that. He stays in his lane. Graham is going to check that inscription.
All right.
It may be in Thieves' Cant because pirates.
Well, I believe with tongues you might be able to read this.
Huh,
That's
okay.
true.
But
or is it only spoken?
it is in common.
Oh, my God. We're so used to like archaeology.
This inscription is very recent. The stonework to actually tap it in is expertly done. It doesn't take a lot of effort to determine, even if you didn't know that the Pirate King is the one who put it in here, to see that a dwarven stonemason is the one who actually inscribed it. But what you can see is it gives the coordinates to the next area where you need to go to actually find the treasure. It does also say that you only need to get one more clue, which will then lead to the actual treasure itself.
Okay.
Cool.
And it describes, a vast kingdom where the treasure, the clue to the treasure is located. So it wishes you luck, and you can see that there's a little icon of the cross blades like carved at the bottom
Hey.
with a couple of dwarven insults around it.
Hey, we're popular.
That works.
Graham is genuinely pleased with both parts of that. All right, let's. If it's dried, or we can like had it dry, we can take an etching.
It's dried off to an extent, yeah.
Cool.
So you're able to get an etching of it. And so what it describes is it gives the coordinates you need to go to. It gives like the longitude and latitude of where the next actual clue is located. It tells you that there is a great kingdom that the is within the clue is somewhere within that kingdom, and that the wishes you luck, and then of course dwarven insults for the crossblades.
Awesome.
I love
Graham
dwarven,
records this in his journal.
dwarven insults.
Oh yeah, that's going in the book. When he writes a memoir.
Book of Grudges?
No, the book of haha, I'm writing a book. That's how much better I am than you. Writing a book about that time I stole your treasure and fucked your mom.
This escalated quickly.
That'll be the subtitle of the book.
The giant speaks again.
Let's get our boat and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Politely.
As you make your way down the mountain, with the lack of rain and the sun drying off everything and the fact there's no more wind, you're able to get back to the fight where you had encountered Libby. The cannon is still there, as well as everything else.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's take that cannon.
Yeah, let's take the cannon.
Okay. You take the cannon.
I'll put it in the spreadsheet.
And I believe it is a large cannon, but I'll get you the stats for that for the next time we play.
It also doesn't need to get retooled. Well, it might now.
This cannon looks... Well, give me an investigation.
Like it's rigged to blow. No.
All right. No, this cannon actually looks like it's in relatively good shape. From
Nice.
what you can see, it was probably recovered from Libby's ship when it capsized. So,
Oh yeah, now that it's clearer, can we see any like newer looking wreckage that might have some of their shit in it?
give me a perception check.
Damn it.
Uh,
I'm too fast for this.
I'll look around.
18.
Can I get a winky? I take a wink. Just for little ha-has.
Does Fiffle... Otto sees
That doesn't
nothing.
matter. I just see air.
The sun is in your eyes, unfortunately, Otto.
Oh well.
But Graham, you do see that there are a large number of wrecks along the beach, and you can see now that the water is cleared up that there are all probably at least 2 to 3 dozen wrecks under the waters where people have just smashed their ships. And in the horizon, you can see the sea bunny. You can see the sails with the bunny actually on it. So your ship did in fact manage to escape from the Leviathan.
Hell
and
yeah.
survive.
Hooray.
Graham will light a torch from his bag and wave it in the air. triumphantly.
Okay. You can see that the sea bunny is beginning to head towards the island now.
Nice.
Based off of like where she jumped, Libby jumped off, I have zero hope of actually seeing a body. Do we know? Can we see where the giant was from here and where Libby jumped?
From your current position next to the cannon, no, you can't. You would have to kind of move around the island a little bit to try and get that information.
Okay.
Also, this cannon is very heavy, but
Yeah. We'll get it aboard first, take a stock of if there's any damage and how our crew made out.
okay. Well, you are by the sea, so it takes about 2 hours, but eventually a rowboat does come up, and you can see some of your crew there, and they just kind of look to you. Captain,
Hey.
Hey,
we got we were afraid you might have died.
I honestly don't think we could die if we tried at this point. I mean, that's a joke, but
Well, don't put that to the test.
we do every day.
Thus, no need to tempt fate any further. Everybody accounted for?
Uh, we've had some injuries, and we've actually had some casualties, unfortunately.
Let's take stock.
You know, it's odd to describe, and I don't know if I could kind of give you the details you need. So we will bring you back to the ship, if you're
Alright.
ready, of course.
Yeah, let's get this thing aboard.
Okay. Who is attempting to move this cannon?
Graham, we'll
I
maybe
will.
take one side, Otto takes the other.
Okay, give me a athletics with advantage. Actually, that cannon's so heavy. Well, let's go with that 24 either way. 'Cause the first one. You're able to, with great effort, move the cannon onto the dinghy. And as you place it on there, the dinghy kind of sinks into the water. And your crew calls for another dinghy, so you eventually have the second one come by. And working together, you're able to bring the cannon back to the Sea Bunny. And you're able to board the Sea Bunny, and you kind of haul it up with everything else with you.
Yeah.
And you see the like some of the crew there. They're looking waterlogged, but relatively in good shape. But the crewmate who had kind of been in charge while this is going on, Captain, officers, a word with you if you could.
Yeah, what's going on?
After the combat, we were able to patch up our wounded. We were able to get the ship repaired. Everything seemed to be in good shape. The wounded men were tended to, seemed in good spirit, seemed in good health. However, one of them, over the course of a couple of nights, got progressively weaker and weaker until eventually he passed away. Another of the wounded men is currently in the process of weakening, and we fear he may not survive the night.
Let's get a look at him.
Yeah.
Okay. They bring you down below deck to where would be the doctor's office, the doctor's quarters, and you can see one of the crew. He has been tucked into a bed, an actual bed instead of a hammock. He is pale, sweating. His eyes are sunken. There is a kind of foul scent around him.
Like medicine or nature check or something.
You can do a medicine check if you like.
I'll try.
Okay. Looking him over. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And it's got the scurvy.
All right. Yeah, looking him over, both Fern and Jackie, you can see that the wound he suffered has been treated. It is not infected. It has been stitched up, bandaged, and cleaned. It is about as good of a medicine preparation as you could be expected to see. So he doesn't appear to be suffering because of the wound he took.
Somebody do like a magic check to see if
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
suffering some kind of magical
that was
curse or something like that.
I can do that. Is that an Arcana?
Yep,
Is he
Arcana.
Yeah,
suffering a
somebody do that.
magical affliction?
He does appear to be having his life force being sapped away, and it does appear to be magical in nature.
Oh,
While you're investigating this, you can see Hank kind of just in the background with his pirate hat on, and he just appears to be reading his book.
Hank, what are you reading?
Pirate book.
Yeah, but is it like a magic pirate or?
It takes you to different realms in your mind. But if you're asking if you can cast spells with it, no, you can't.
Do I have remove curse ready, or did we not long rest to change that out yet?
You did do a long rest, but I do not believe you prepared remove curse.
I am gonna try just to try lesser restoration.
Okay. The lesser restoration does not appear to help the man in any way.
Would Otto's lay on hands be able to?
You could try.
Yeah,
It has a cure disease.
save
Right?
a life.
yeah. I'll use lay on hands.
Where some life force is brought back to the man, he still appears very ill. He does not look to be suffering from a disease.
What kind of wounds did he take in the fighting?
Looks like he took splinter wounds from wood exploding.
Buddy.
Jewelry.
Is Fiffle looking for his jewelry?
I'll be right back.
Maybe he has a cursed piece of jewelry. Ooh.
Piffle's, just looking for jewelry for totally honorable reasons.
Just to save the man's life.
Yeah, make an investigation check. Look for jewelry.
This is a beautiful puppy.
Well,
beautiful.
not intimidation. Although you do get the. It looks like any jewelry he had upon him, if he had any, has already been removed.
Can I do a divine sense?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it works for I have an idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I have
It's the house episode.
It
Check his butt for worms.
Let me see.
turned out it was the butt worms.
Yeah, hold on, let me just make
I
sure.
don't know.
I don't think so, but I do want to verify just to make sure. No, you don't sense anything with your divine sense.
Okay, I have a feeling. Do I get a feeling of oppression in this room?
No, not really.
Something feel off. Like it shouldn't be here.
Not really.
Where's the other guy? The guy who died of it.
We tossed him overboard. Did a funeral. Best not to keep a body on board.
Yeah, that's prudent.
I
Did
think
anybody
we're going to
see
need
what
to
happened these
perform an
guys?
autopsy.
We didn't perform an autopsy. We assumed he just passed away from the injury, but this one here, he was in good health before he started succumbing, which is why we thought it was a little odd.
How fast did it happen?
2 days? No, not even 2 days. It was like a day. He was fine in the morning and dead in the evening.
Where was he hanging out, or who was he hanging out
Yeah,
with?
like where was his bunk?
Oh.
Let's look in places like both where he was injured up on the deck and like where he physically was.
Yeah, and was the guy who died previously? Were they close?
Yeah.
I mean, there's only a few people on board,
No
so
more than the others.
I don't know if they were friends. They at least played cards together, but that was about
Were
it.
they lovers?
I don't think so.
Any port in a storm, etc. No. Okay.
Hank goes up to Fiffle. Hey, Fiffle. Fiffle,
What?
come with me.
Oh God.
Is Hank very stealthy? And I see this
I mean,
because I have a feeling that something is up with Hank. He's being weird.
All right. Keep it cool, Hank.
yeah.
Can I insight Hank?
Shut up, Otto. This doesn't involve you.
We'll follow Hank.
All right, come on,
Clandestine.
Fiffle.
Yes, Hank.
I'm just so you know, I'm gonna head nod Graham that to watch Hank.
Hank leaves the room. He goes up to the top deck.
No, I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to follow him because he's being way hankier than Hank.
All right, make a stealth roll at disadvantage because of your armor.
I think it does it automatically.
Okay.
Don't even bother.
Otto, this doesn't involve you.
It does involve me because I have an idea of what you might have done something.
Fine. Fiffle, can you teach me how to play dice? I've been trying to play dice with the crew here, and I gotta tell you, I'm not doing a great job. And frankly, it's embarrassing. I know you got them special halfling fingers, so I need you to, like, teach me the secrets.
Well, sure, Hank.
Oh, yeah, thanks you.
Devil takes out some dice.
Unless you have anything to offer here, Otto, concerning dice.
I could teach you dragon cards.
No, I don't care. That's a lame game. That's what kids play.
You are a kid, technically.
I'm many
He
things.
is a little bit of a brat, isn't he?
So I actually have a charge, and I am going to divine. I'm gonna what is it? Detect magic and take a walk around the boat. 10 minutes.
Okay.
Graham's gonna go around looking at the specific places where the crewman was.
All right. As Otto and Graham leave, and Hank sees this. All right,
Actually, hang
Fiffle.
on. But I'm going to whisper to Fern to keep an eye on him.
All right,
He's up to no good.
Fiffle. You know that little thing we got from the museum?
Oh shit!
Well, don't
I
worry.
already-
I took
Confirm
good
hear
care.
them.
All right, and we're gonna actually end it there, and we're gonna pick it up next week.
Well, that
I-
explains it.
I already